Welcome back to the Midnight Library. Tonight, we journey through the pages of 12 Rules for Life by Jordan B. Peterson, a timeless exploration of what it means to live meaningfully amidst life's inevitable chaos. As you settle into the softness of your pillow, let your breath slow, each inhale filling you with calm, each exhale releasing the worries of the day. Now, let us drift through the 12 rules, not as strict commands, but as quiet guideposts that invite us to live with intention, courage, and grace. Along the way, we'll explore the myths, stories, and examples that breathe life into these principles. About the author, Jordan Peterson, a clinical psychologist and professor, has spent decades studying what it means to be human, our struggles with suffering, meaning, and responsibility. Drawing from ancient myths, biblical stories, and psychological insights, he offers us these 12 rules as anchors, as lighthouses, to help us chart a steady course through the unpredictable seas of life. And so, our story begins. Rule 1. Stand up straight with your shoulders back. We start with a simple physical act, posture. In the animal kingdom, lobsters fight for dominance. Victors expand, their bodies tall, their movements fluid. Defeated lobsters shrink, chemically altered, curling inward with lowered eyes. Humans, too, react to the world based on how we carry ourselves. Drooping shoulders tell your mind you are small, that you should avoid risk. But a lifted head, a proud chest, this changes everything. In moments of difficulty, a job interview, a tough conversation, a new challenge, imagine yourself upright, grounded, unshaken. Just like the lobsters, your body will tell your mind, I can handle this. Rule 2. Treat yourself like someone you are responsible for helping. If your beloved pet was ill, you'd rush to the vet, fill the prescription, care tenderly for their recovery. Yet how often do we neglect our own well-being, skipping meals, dismissing sleep, ignoring the quiet voice asking for care? This rule is simple, but transformative. See yourself as someone worth caring for. Cook nourishing meals. Rest deeply. Offer yourself patience when you fall short. Remember, you are not less worthy than those you love. You deserve your own kindness. Rule 3. Make friends with people who want the best for you. Friendship shapes our lives. And yet, many drift through relationships with those who diminish rather than elevate. Peterson shares the story of a childhood friend, bright, full of potential, who fell in with the wrong crowd. Years later, bitterness and resentment had replaced his youthful dreams. We've all seen it. The colleague who resents ambition, the friend who scoffs at dreams, pulling us downward. But real friends, the good ones, celebrate your victories, challenge you when you falter, and walk beside you as you grow. Ask yourself tonight, who cheers for your success? And who prefers you small? Seek the former. Gently step away from the latter. Rule 4. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. In this age of endless comparison, where social media shows us the highlight reels of millions, it is easy to feel small. But the true measure of progress is personal. Who were you yesterday? Last year? 5 years ago, maybe you've faced heartbreak but learned resilience. Perhaps you've battled anxiety but showed up anyway. Celebrate these wins. Growth is often invisible, quiet, steady, unfolding slowly like a sunrise. Remember the story of the mountain climber. The summit seems distant, but when they turn around, they see how far they've come. Do the same.
See your own ascent.
Rule 5. Do not let your children do anything that makes you dislike them. Parenting, the sacred task of guiding a young soul toward adulthood. It's tempting to avoid conflict, to let tantrums pass, to dismiss bad behavior as a phase. But children, wild and wonderful, crave boundaries. Imagine a child left to their own devices. No rules, no limits. They grow feral, lonely, unloved, not because no one cared, but because no one taught them how to live among others. Teach your children, gently, firmly, that kindness matters, that actions have consequences, and that they are capable of goodness. Raise them to be people you are proud of and that the world is grateful to know. Rule 6. Set your house in perfect order before you criticize the world. The world is filled with injustice, war, corruption, cruelty. It's easy to blame, to point fingers outward, but Rule 6 turns the gaze inward. Before changing the world, clean your room, pay your debts, heal what is broken close to you. Alexander Solzhenitsyn, imprisoned unjustly in Soviet labor camps, did not curse the world. He reflected, what choices led me here? How can I still do good? His writings exposed the evils of the Gulag system, changing the world not with blame, but with courage. Tonight, think, what small thing can you set right tomorrow? Rule 7. Pursue what is meaningful, not what is expedient. The monkey and the cookie jar, a simple tale of greed. The monkey is caught, not by his captors, but by his own refusal to let go of what feels good now. We are all that monkey sometimes, clinging to comfort, avoiding sacrifice. But meaning, deep, soul-filling meaning, comes from choosing what is hard, from sacrificing what is easy. The parent who wakes at night for their child, the artist who labors over their craft, the student who studies late for a distant goal. Tonight, consider, what are you holding on to that keeps you trapped? What might you release to rise higher? Rule 8. Tell the truth, or at least don't lie. Lies are heavy. They grow until even we cannot tell where the truth ends and the story begins. Perhaps you know the weight of pretending, smiling when you're broken, agreeing when your soul screams no. Truth is lighter, sometimes painful, but freeing. It clarifies. It heals. Tonight, imagine laying down every lie, big or small, like setting down heavy stones. Feel the relief. Breathe easier. Tomorrow speak truth, kindly but surely. Watch how your world shifts. Rule 9. Assume that the person you are listening to might know something you don't. There is wisdom everywhere. In the old man's quiet stories, the child's curious questions, the stranger's tales. But most of us listen only to reply, waiting our turn to speak. Rule 9 invites us to listen, truly listen, to approach each conversation with wonder. What might I learn here? Socrates, the wisest man, knew only this: I know that I know nothing. In that humility lies endless learning. Rule 10. Be precise in your speech. Vague words create vague lives. When we don't name our needs, our fears, our hopes, chaos grows. Consider a couple arguing over chores. One says, "You never help." But what if instead they said, "When you leave the dishes, I feel unseen"? Precision turns confusion into clarity. It builds bridges where walls once stood. Tonight, reflect. Where might you speak more clearly tomorrow? What unnamed truth waits on your tongue? Rule 11. Do not bother children when they are skateboarding. Risk is part of life. Boys and girls learning to skateboard, falling, scraping knees, they are learning courage. Too much safety stifles the soul. Peterson writes, don't bother them. Let them fall. Let them rise. Risk makes us human. Without it, there is no art, no invention, no love. Tonight, remember, protect what matters, but let yourself and those you love taste the wild edges of life. Rule 12. Pet a cat when you encounter one on the street. And finally, the softest rule. Life is hard. Loss waits for us all. But amidst the sorrow, there are moments of sweetness. A cat on the sidewalk. A golden sunset. Laughter shared over coffee. These small joys are what make the struggle bearable. They are proof that beauty survives, always. Tonight, recall the small, good things, a kind word, a gentle breeze, the softness of your bed. Rest in that gratitude. Final reflections, finding meaning in chaos. And so, as you drift towards sleep, remember, life is neither perfect nor fair, but it is full of meaning if we choose to see it. Stand tall. Speak truth.
Care deeply.
Choose meaning. And when the world grows dark, find the nearest small joy and hold it close. The Midnight Library thanks you for joining us tonight. May you sleep peacefully, knowing that in this vast, chaotic world, you have rules to guide you and light enough to find your way. Sleep well and sweet dreams. Good evening, and welcome back to the Midnight Library, a place where wisdom meets calm and where powerful stories guide you gently into rest. Tonight, we journey into a story of resilience, personal power, and self-reliance. Inspired by the book, The 7 Rules of Self-Reliance by Maha Bolinian, this is a story not of grand victories or lucky breaks, but of quiet persistence, subtle choices, and the remarkable strength that grows when you learn to rely on no one but yourself. As you settle into bed, feel your body grow heavy and relaxed. Take a slow breath, releasing the day's worries. Tonight, allow this story to carry you, a story about navigating life's challenges, embracing uncertainty, and finding power in places you may not have expected. Let us begin. About the author. Maha Bolinian is a master of building bridges between cultures, between people, and between challenge and opportunity. Born into an Egyptian-American family, she learned early on how to navigate different worlds. Throughout her career, Maha has stood at the intersection of global brands and cultural nuance, helping giants like Google and Netflix understand the Middle East. She has walked into rooms filled with uncertainty and come out with clarity. She's turned what seemed like small moments into powerful turning points. Through her story, Maha shows us that real influence, real power, comes not from waiting for opportunity, but from creating it. And tonight, you will hear how. The 7 Rules, an introduction to self-reliance. What is self-reliance? It is the ability to create value from the world around you, even when the odds seem stacked against you. It is trusting your instincts when others hesitate. It is knowing that the best opportunities don't just arrive, they're made. Maha's 7 rules of self-reliance are not complicated. They are simple but profound. As you hear them tonight, imagine your own life, the moments where these rules may already live, waiting for you to notice. The 7 rules are: 1. Stay low, keep moving. 2. Be a value creator. 3. Don't be a waiter. 4. Unlearn, relearn, and invest in yourself. 5. Protect your reputation. It is your currency. 6. Be a long-term player. 7. Live with no regrets. Now, let's explore what each means slowly, gently, so that with each rule, you drift deeper into reflection and then into rest. Number 1, stay low, keep moving. Imagine young Maha, newly back in Egypt after years of education in America, being offered a small job as an office manager. Overqualified, overeducated. It felt beneath her, but her father gave her a different way to see it. The office was that of a billionaire businessman, a place where information flowed, decisions were made, and relationships were born. And Maha saw the opportunity. She stayed low, but she kept moving. She learned the business. Every hallway conversation became a lesson. Every small task, a way to prove her worth. And in time, she found herself not on the sidelines, but in the center of monumental deals, like a historic telecom acquisition that would reshape Africa. The lesson? Sometimes the grandest journeys begin in the smallest, humblest rooms. True self-reliance means being willing to start anywhere, knowing that forward is forward, no matter how small the step. Number 2, be a value creator. As you breathe deeply, think about this. In every situation, you have 2 choices. You can wait for someone to give you value, or you can create it yourself. Maha learned this working with Gary Vaynerchuk. Without being asked, she studied his business. She learned his needs. She mapped an entire plan for how he could break into the Middle East market. She didn't wait for permission. She created value, unprompted, unseen, and it paid off. Creating value doesn't require grand gestures. It starts with a mindset, waking up each day asking, how can I serve? Not out of desperation, but out of strength. Because those who create value become invaluable. Number 3, don't be a waiter. In life, many sit by, waiting for their turn, waiting for the right moment, the right person, the perfect opportunity. But Maha's rule is simple: don't wait. She proved this at the NFL's Super Bowl radio row. Others stuck to the script, interviewing athletes. Maha saw something more, an opportunity to create viral content, to build stories that would resonate far beyond the stadium. She moved first, acted fast, created magic. The truth is, those who wait often wait forever. But those who move, those who act, are the ones the world remembers. Number 4, unlearn, relearn, and invest in yourself. As the world shifts, so too must you. Maha learned this the hard way, in the heart of the Arab Spring. One of Google's marketing managers helped spark the revolution, unknowingly dragging the global company into chaos. The old rules of public relations, of corporate silence, no longer applied. Maha and her team had to unlearn what they knew and quickly learn new ways to lead, to connect, and to care. They trained journalists. They launched new products in Arabic. They proved that in the face of change, those who survive are not the strongest, but the most adaptable. Invest in yourself. Learn, unlearn, and learn again, because growth never ends. Number 5, your reputation is your currency. Reputation is quiet. It is built not when people watch, but when no one does. It is your currency, and you carry it everywhere. Maha guarded hers fiercely. She knew that each action, each word, each choice, added to or took from her invisible bank. The people you trust, the promises you keep, the kindness you show, they build something greater than money. They build a name. And in the end, your name will open doors that no resume can. Number 6, be a long-term player. The most powerful players in life are the ones who see beyond the now. They are patient,
strategic,
willing to plant seeds they may never see bloom. Maha learned this caring for her parents, her father with ALS, her mother with multiple sclerosis. For over a decade, she managed teams of nurses, building a private medical system around them while building her business. She didn't choose between the two. She played the long game, balancing grief and ambition, knowing that what she built in those years would outlast any temporary reward. Long-term players don't chase wins. They build legacies. And finally, the deepest lesson of all. Number 7, live with no regrets. Life will challenge you. It will hurt you. It will test you. But every scar, every story becomes part of your strength. Maha learned to see every moment, even the hardest ones, as a gift. A chance to learn. A chance to grow. She transformed simple acts, like turning apricot juice into ice cubes so her father could taste Ramadan again, into moments of love, memory, and resilience. Live with no regrets. Your story is unfolding exactly as it should. Final reflections. what machines cannot do. As you drift further now, there is one more truth to leave you with. We exist in a world of algorithms, of machines that learn, that calculate, that predict. But no machine can feel what you feel. No technology can build the quiet trust, the deep relationships, the human strength that self-reliance creates. The future does not belong to the fastest or the smartest, but to those who know who they are, those who can create value, weather storms, and walk their own path, steady and unshaken. And so, as you sleep, remember this. You are stronger than you know. Your greatest skills are not those you list on a resume, but those that live quietly inside you. Your patience, your kindness, your willingness to begin, again and again, no matter how many times the world changes. That is self-reliance. Good night from the Midnight Library. Thank you for joining us tonight. Wherever you are, in a quiet room, a bustling city, or a distant place, know that you carry within you the tools to shape your future. Rest now, peacefully, and when you wake, carry these lessons with you. We'll see you tomorrow for another journey. Good night and sweet dreams. Welcome back to Sleep Books at the Midnight Library, where we transform insightful nonfiction into calming bedtime stories designed to lull you into restful sleep while expanding your mind. Tonight, we'll explore the art of harnessing your attention with Hyperfocus by Chris Bailey. Imagine discovering a way to cut through distractions and unlock your full potential without burning out. It's a concept that could transform the way you work and think. As we drift into tonight's story, let your thoughts slow down and your mind begin to soften. Feel the weight of the day slip from your shoulders as each breath carries you closer to a state of calm. Settle in, adjust your pillow, and sink into the warmth of your blankets as we journey into the world of focus and creativity. Remember, you can find a full copy of the book through the links in our description. Don't forget to share where you're tuning in from. We love hearing from our global community. And as always, we're open to your suggestions for future stories. Now take a deep breath and relax as we begin. About the author. Our guide through this topic is Chris Bailey, a Canadian productivity expert, writer, and consultant whose work has been featured in publications like the New York Times, Harvard Business Review, and the National Post. Known for his practical insights and relatable approach, Bailey has spent years studying how attention and focus shape productivity. After turning down lucrative job offers to explore productivity full-time, he conducted a year-long experiment, testing different techniques to improve his performance and well-being. His findings culminated in his first book, The Productivity Project, which offered actionable tips for getting more done without burning out. With Hyperfocus, Bailey takes this exploration even further, delving into the science of attention and revealing how mastering your focus can transform both your work and your life. 5 key takeaways. 1. Hyperfocus is the key to productivity. By directing your full attention to one meaningful task, you can accomplish more in less time. 2. Meta-awareness strengthens focus. Becoming aware of where your mind is at any given moment helps you maintain control over your attention. 3. Minimizing distractions is essential. Creating a distraction-free environment allows you to maintain focus and avoid mental clutter. 4. Scatter focus fuels creativity. Allowing your mind to wander can lead to unexpected insights and connections. 5. Nourishing your mind is crucial. The quality of the information you consume directly affects your ability to think clearly and creatively. Now, let's delve deeper into these insights and discover how they can help you unlock your potential. 1. Hyperfocus, the key to productivity. Imagine a day where you're fully immersed in your work. Time seems to fly by as you accomplish task after task. This state is known as hyperfocus, and it's more accessible than you might think. Unlike multitasking, which scatters your attention, hyperfocus involves directing all your mental energy toward a single, meaningful task. Picture yourself at a large wooden desk, bathed in soft, natural light. Outside the window, the gentle hum of distant birdsong blends with the faint rustle of leaves in the breeze. A steaming cup of coffee sits beside you, its rich aroma adding a sense of comfort and warmth to the moment. As you sit down to work, your mind becomes calm and clear. Each task feels more manageable, as if a fog has lifted, revealing a clear path forward. To enter this state, begin by selecting one task that matters most. Remove any distractions from your environment. Silence your phone. Close unnecessary tabs and clear your workspace. As you work, your mind may wander, but gently guide it back to the task at hand. Over time, this practice strengthens your ability to maintain focus, making it easier to slip into hyperfocus whenever you need to be productive. But hyperfocus isn't just about getting more done. It's about doing your best work. When you give your full attention to a task, you bring more creativity, insight, and precision to the process. Whether you're writing an article, designing a project, or solving a complex problem, the clarity that comes with hyperfocus allows you to see connections and solutions that might otherwise remain hidden. 2. Meta-awareness, strengthening your focus. Picture your mind as a spotlight, illuminating whatever you direct it toward. Meta-awareness is the ability to notice where your spotlight is pointing and adjust it as needed. Often, our thoughts drift without us realizing it. Daydreams, worries, and random memories compete for our attention. By practicing meta-awareness, you become more conscious of these distractions, allowing you to refocus before your mind wanders too far. Imagine sitting by a tranquil lake, its surface smooth and still, reflecting the sky above. Each thought that drifts into your mind is like a pebble dropped into the water, creating ripples that spread outward. Meta-awareness allows you to notice these ripples without becoming lost in them. You simply acknowledge each thought, then gently guide your focus back to the present moment. Try setting a gentle reminder, perhaps a chime every hour, to pause and ask yourself, where is my attention right now? If your thoughts have drifted, simply guide them back to the task at hand. This simple habit strengthens your ability to stay present, enhancing both your productivity and sense of control. Over time, you'll find that your mind becomes more resilient, better able to resist distractions and maintain focus even in challenging situations. 3. Minimizing distractions, creating a focus-friendly environment. Distractions are the enemy of focus. Whether it's the ping of a notification or the lure of social media, even small interruptions can break your concentration. The solution is to proactively eliminate potential distractions before you begin working. Imagine preparing your space as if you're creating a sanctuary for your mind. The air is fresh and clear, free from the noise and clutter that can weigh you down. Your phone is placed out of sight, its silent presence no longer pulling at your attention. The soft glow of a lamp creates a sense of warmth and focus, while the gentle hum of background music, perhaps the soothing notes of classical piano, enhances your concentration without distracting from your work. Start by silencing your phone or placing it in another room. Close any apps or browser tabs that aren't essential to your task. If email is a constant source of interruption, check it only at designated times rather than leaving it open all day. For internal distractions, those stray thoughts that pop up uninvited, try jotting them down in a notebook to clear them from your mind. By creating a distraction-free environment, you make it easier to maintain focus and accomplish more in less time. This practice is especially important in today's digital world, where countless apps and platforms are designed to capture and hold your attention. By reclaiming control over your environment, you create a space where your mind can thrive, free from the constant pull of notifications and endless scrolling. 4. Scatter focus. Unlocking creativity through mind wandering. While hyperfocus is essential for productivity, it's not the only way to use your attention. Scatter focus, a state of relaxed, wandering thought, plays a crucial role in creativity and problem solving. Unlike hyperfocus, which narrows your attention, scatter focus allows your mind to roam freely, making unexpected connections between ideas. Picture yourself strolling through a sun-dappled forest, the soft crunch of leaves beneath your feet and the gentle breeze rustling through the trees. As you walk, your mind drifts from one thought to another. Memories, ideas, and fragments of conversation blending together in a way that feels both effortless and natural. This is scatter focus at work, allowing your brain to explore new connections and possibilities. There are 3 types of scatter focus. Capture mode, writing down everything that's on your mind to clear mental clutter. Imagine sitting with a notebook, capturing your thoughts as they arise, each word helping to free your mind and create space for new ideas. Problem crunching mode, reflecting on a specific problem and allowing your mind to explore different solutions. Picture yourself sitting beside a crackling fire, gazing into the flames as your thoughts circle a challenge, gradually uncovering new angles and insights. Habitual mode, engaging in simple, repetitive tasks like walking, showering, or washing dishes that free your mind to wander. These moments of quiet reflection often lead to unexpected bursts of creativity as your brain makes connections that might otherwise go unnoticed. By alternating between hyperfocus and scatter focus, you create a rhythm that balances productivity with creativity. This dynamic interplay allows you to tackle complex tasks with clarity and efficiency, while also giving your mind the freedom to explore new ideas and perspectives. 5. Nourishing your mind, consuming high-quality information. Your mind is like a garden. What you plant determines what grows. Just as nutrient-rich soil produces healthy plants, high-quality information fuels clear, creative thinking. In contrast, a steady diet of low-value content, endless social media scrolling, sensational news, and mindless entertainment clutters your mind and diminishes your ability to focus. Picture yourself tending to a lush, vibrant garden filled with colorful flowers and thriving plants. Each book you read, each podcast you listen to, and each conversation you have is like planting a new seed, one that will grow and flourish, enriching your thoughts and ideas. But just as weeds can choke a garden, low-quality information can crowd out your ability to think clearly and creatively. To nourish your mind, choose information that challenges and inspires you. Read books, listen to podcasts, and watch documentaries that align with your interests and goals. Seek out diverse perspectives to expand your thinking. At the same time, limit your exposure to content that drains your mental energy. By curating the information you consume, you create the conditions for deeper thinking and more meaningful insights. Imagine the difference between spending an evening scrolling through social media and one spent reading a book that sparks new ideas. The first leaves you feeling scattered and drained, while the second leaves you feeling energized and inspired. By choosing the latter, you cultivate a mind that is not only more focused, but also more creative, resilient, and capable of tackling life's challenges. Final summary. As you drift deeper into sleep, remember that the key to unlocking your potential lies in how you direct your attention. By mastering the art of hyperfocus, you can accomplish more in less time, while scatter focus allows your creativity to flourish. Meta-awareness helps you stay present, and eliminating distractions makes it easier to maintain focus. Finally, nourishing your mind with high-quality information ensures that your thoughts are clear and your ideas are inspired. Thank you for joining us tonight at Sleep Books at the Midnight Library. We hope you found tonight's story both relaxing and insightful. Don't forget to share where you're listening from and explore the links in our description for more information on tonight's book. Now, let your mind rest. Feel the weight of the day melt away as you sink into the comfort of your bed. Each breath carries you deeper into a state of calm as your thoughts begin to slow and soften. Tomorrow is a new day, full of potential and possibility. Until then, we wish you a peaceful night, deep dreams, and a well-rested morning. Good night and sweet dreams. Welcome back to Sleep Books at the Midnight Library, where we transform fascinating nonfiction into soothing bedtime stories. Tonight, we embark on a timeless journey, one that bends reality, challenges physics, and takes us beyond the limits of what we know. We're exploring Time Travel, a history by James Gleick, a book that traces the origins of time travel as an idea, from its birth in literature to its place in science, philosophy, and pop culture. As you settle into bed, allow your mind to drift. Imagine stepping into a mysterious time machine, one that could take you anywhere, to the past to witness history unfold, or to the future to glimpse the unknown wonders ahead. Would you visit the roaring 1920s to dance at a jazz club? Would you walk the streets of ancient Rome, surrounded by emperors and gladiators? Or perhaps you'd leap forward 1,000 years to see a world transformed by technology and interstellar exploration? Tonight, we will gently explore the history, paradoxes, and possibilities of time travel, all while helping you relax, unwind, and drift into deep sleep. If you'd like to read the full book, links are in the description below. And if you have suggestions for future sleep stories, we'd love to hear them. Now close your eyes, let your breathing slow, and allow your thoughts to float through time itself. About the author, James Gleick. James Gleick is a renowned science historian and writer, known for his ability to explain complex scientific concepts in a way that is gripping and accessible. His books explore chaos theory, physics, and the evolution of scientific thought, earning him multiple Pulitzer Prize nominations. In Time Travel, a History, Gleick takes us on an intellectual adventure, unraveling the ways in which humanity has imagined, explored, and debated the very nature of time itself. His work invites us to think differently about the past, the future, and the present moment, and tonight, we will let those ideas guide us into a peaceful and dreamy state of mind. The 5 key takeaways from the book. 1. Time travel is a relatively new concept in human history. While myths and legends hinted at glimpses into the future, the idea of physically moving through time only emerged a little over a century ago, popularized by H.G. Wells' The Time Machine, 1895. 2. Time travel has rules, and those rules create paradoxes. Over the years, writers and scientists have developed guidelines for how time travel might work, leading to fascinating paradoxes and logical challenges. 3. Einstein's theories changed how we think about time. Before Albert Einstein, time was seen as a constant, moving forward at the same speed for everyone. His theories of relativity revealed that time is flexible. It slows down when you travel faster. 4. Time travel creates paradoxes that challenge logic and causality. The famous grandfather paradox and butterfly effect highlight the mind-bending problems that come with changing the past. 5. We time travel every day through memory, literature, and technology. While physical time travel may not exist, we do it mentally all the time by remembering the past, imagining the future, and even using the internet. Now, let's explore these ideas in more depth and allow your mind to drift into the timeless rhythm of sleep. Exploring these key takeaways in detail. 1. Time travel is a new but powerful idea. Time travel feels like something that has always been part of human imagination, yet, for most of history, it didn't exist as a concept. Ancient civilizations believed in fate and prophecy, where the future was predetermined. But the idea of moving through time like space, backward and forward at will, was unheard of. Then, in 1895, H.G. Wells wrote The Time Machine, and everything changed. Wells imagined time as a flowing river, one that could be navigated with the right technology. Suddenly, time travel wasn't just a dream, it was a possibility. Tonight, as you drift deeper into relaxation, imagine yourself stepping into an elegant Victorian time machine, gears whirring, levers shifting, and feel yourself floating through the currents of time. 2. The rules of time travel and its paradoxes. As time travel became more popular in fiction, certain rules had to be established. Could you change the past? Would the future be set in stone? And then came the paradoxes, the mind-bending logical problems that time travel creates. The grandfather paradox. If you travel back in time and prevented your grandparents from meeting, would you cease to exist? And if so, how could you have traveled back in the first place? The butterfly effect. A tiny change in the past, like stepping on a single butterfly, could have massive, unpredictable effects on the future. These paradoxes remind us of how delicate the fabric of time is, like a dream that shifts when you try to grasp it. So tonight, as you sink deeper into your pillows, allow your mind to let go of time altogether, floating in a place beyond past, present, and future. 3. Einstein's theories transform time itself. Before Einstein, time was thought to be constant and unchanging. Then came the theory of relativity, which revealed that time is actually malleable. It slows down the faster you move. Imagine you were on a spaceship traveling close to the speed of light. For you, only a few months might pass, but on Earth, decades could go by. This means that time travel, at least to the future, is theoretically possible. Tonight, imagine yourself drifting through the cosmos, watching the stars blur into streaks of light as time slows, and you drift further into a peaceful sleep. 4. The paradoxes of time travel challenge reality. If time travel were possible, wouldn't we already have visitors from the future? Stephen Hawking once humorously suggested that if time travel exists, we should throw a party and invite people from the future to attend. No one showed up. Does this mean time travel is impossible? Or simply that we haven't figured it out yet? These questions invite us to dream and wonder, just as you are doing now, letting your thoughts drift through the endless corridors of time. 5. We time travel every day through memory and technology. Memory allows us to revisit the past, reliving moments and reshaping them. Books, films, and photographs freeze time, letting us see the world as it once was. The internet and social media create a strange kind of time travel where the past can be altered or erased at will. In a way, we are all time travelers, moving through memories, experiences, and ideas that stretch across the ages. Final summary. Wishing you a peaceful and restful night. Let go of the present moment, drift into the timeless void of sleep, and allow yourself to travel through the landscapes of your dreams. Good night, and sweet dreams.